back at the Indianapolis Dome. Dallas leads Indianapolis 17-6. John, I know in talking to the Colts, one of the things that they were worried about was the big offensive line of the Cowboys and the fact that they would start to lean on them and just move them out of the hole.
And that's exactly what happened to them. I mean, the Cowboy defense is just too big and too strong, and the Colt defense isn't going to be able to handle that. Although I think we're still going to see some more from the Colt offense. The Colt offense is better, and they have better players than they showed in this first half. And I think, you know, I mean, if it weren't for those two special teams plays, I mean, that punt return and the block punt, this game would even be a lot closer than it is, because I don't feel that either one of these offenses have really gotten in sync.
Well, those two special team plays that you were talking about set up the first Cowboy 10 points. One was this punt return by Deion Sanders. He said, if I ever get the kicker in my eyes, it's all over. But the kicker hung in there this time.
Yeah,
and he ran out of gas.
He even gained a step or two on it.
And then the block.
Those are two big plays. You know, you talk about what the offense does and what the defense does, but sometimes it's what the special teams do. And here's two guys I think we're going to hear more from in the second half. Edgerrin James had 72 rushing yards in the first half. Marvin Harrison only had 26 receiving yards. And as I said at the beginning of the game, if the Colts are going to have a chance against the Cowboys, Marvin Harrison is going to have to make some big plays.
Well, he had a chance to make a couple of big plays. One of them was a bad throw by Manning, and the other time the ball was just knocked loose as the Colts kick off to the Cowboys. And that's Jason Tucker breaking out of the pack, and Tucker still on his feet. Tucker still on his feet to midfield. And a good return by Jason Tucker, and we've been hearing he's been coming on.
Yeah, he's been making some plays. I mean, we saw him last week. He made a big pass reception. Today he made a big tackle, and now he gets a kickoff return. Catches that ball, and again, this is going to be a wedge middle. He starts up into the middle, finds a hole to the outside, breaks it, breaks back in again. One is some good running by Jason Tucker, and two is some bad tackling by the Colts.
50-yard return by Tucker. Played at TCU, played in NFL Europe. Now the Cowboys, and here's Emmitt Smith. One of the great running backs and one of the most graceful runners I think ever to play the game, certainly that I've seen, was Eric Dickerson. And our DJ Johnson had a chance to talk with Eric, who was honored here at halftime.
You were inducted in a ceremony in Canton. Now this ceremony here is sort of in front of the hometown. How does this differ?
That's a little bit different because, you know, these are actually the fans, some of the fans that I played in front of. And it makes a difference because I played with these guys, and, you know, you're at home, and I consider, you know, at home, and you play on your home stadium. And it is a big difference. You know, it can, as they say, the big show, but here, it's a little bit different.
How'd you feel about all your teammates wearing the goggles?
Oh, man, I thought it was hilarious, man, because, you know, I wore them for so many years. And I always told those guys what it was like wearing goggles, and they got a chance to see a little bit.
I appreciate it, Eric. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Back to you.
It is 3rd and 1 as Emmitt Smith has carried the ball twice. Talk about your great runners. Number 22 for the Cowboys is one of the best to ever play as well as Eric Dickerson.
Yeah, and then one of the best that ever played is really kind of fighting for his life now, and that's Walter Payton.
Yep.
You know, when you think of all the great running backs that ever played the game, Walter Payton has to be up there. I mean, if you say, you know, you take it, you know, you have to block and you have to tackle, and I mean, you have to catch and you have to, you know, run, and you have to, I mean, just a football player. To me, if you said who was a running back that was the most complete football player, to me, it would be this guy right here, Walter Payton. I mean, he could do it all.
Certainly the greatest heart.
Yeah, and the thing is, and he had fun doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when Walter Payton played, he made it fun for those watching and those broadcasting and for those that played with him.
What a devastating blocker he was. You hear so much about him running and his running ability, but he could block as well as anyone ever. Emmitt Smith over the right side, and he doesn't get there. He doesn't get there.
You wonder why they run to the right side. They've had so much success. They established something in the first half that they could run about anything they wanted to on the left behind Larry Allen. And why would they need a couple inches? Why they go over here, I have no idea. Maybe they were thinking that they think that they're going to go to the left, so we'll fool them and go over to the right. And that just didn't work. You see the guy that made the tackle was Jason Belser.
Yeah.
Jason Belser is a free safety, so they had him up there, and he got the penetration from that backside.
Going, kicks a skyrocket. I mean, this one might hit the roof. As Terrence Wilkins signals fair catch just at the 10. But Goen did the job that he was supposed to do. 17-6 Dallas.
Chris, what do you got there?
I've assembled the NFL's best. I've got Dion's legs, John Randall's arms, and the heart of Brett Favre.
Whose head?
The most underrated mind in football. It's alive!
Hey, where's the rest of me? What's going on around here?
The NFL's hottest team takes center stage on Fox NFL Sunday as the Rams take on the Lions, or the Bucks battle the Saints. Fox NFL Sunday pregame show next week at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Check local listings.
Don't move. Now there's a beer with a head on it.
Sink your teeth into a frost brewed Coors Light.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by GMC. Do one thing. Do it well.
Spooky times in Indianapolis. Trees are turning and so are the people.
People are turning.
The Colts out to the 16. Edgerrin James.
You know, both of these offenses, like I said, are better than they've played so far. And you kind of expect that they're going to open up. I think that the Cowboy offense, again, has gotten conservative. And they're playing kind of like they did against Philadelphia and the Giants. And the Colts really haven't gotten into any sync yet offensively.
2nd and 4. Manning batted down again by Pittman. And right now, for another update, let's return to James Brown in Los Angeles.
Hey, Pat, Jeff George finally got the Vikings offense untracked here late in the second. Look at that separation there by Chris Carter. Helped a little bit with that little push. One-handed catch, nonetheless. Minnesota on top by 1 late in the second. Back to Pat and John.
Back here in Indianapolis, it's Dallas 17, Indianapolis 6. 3rd and 4. Harrison coming in motion. And Harrison making the catch for a first down.
What they do with Marvin Harrison is they move him around. You know, as you say, he started out here, then he comes in motion, then he comes back and just finds a hole in the zone. And Peyton Manning knows he's his guy. I mean, he's his go-to guy. He's the guy that he's going to look for. You just watch him. You see, he comes in motion here. Then he's going to come up. Then it's going to be a zone defense. He's going to find a hole right in there. And Peyton Manning throws it perfectly in that hole in the zone.
James for the hole up the middle. Spins outside the 30 to the 32.
Remember when the Colts drafted Edgerrin James, there was all the talk about who's going to go, Ricky Williams and Edgerrin James, and a lot of people thought that it would be Ricky Williams. Yeah. But the Colts felt that Edgerrin James fit in better, was a better fit, because they already had Peyton Manning, they already had Marvin Harrison. They didn't need a guy who was going to run the ball 30 times.
Well, they had Marshall Faulk, who went to the Rams. Peyton looks right, fakes left, throws deep, got a man. Jerome Payton. He can throw it deep.
He can throw it deep. He throws it deep very well. And Payton gets out here, and you see right here, he gets on Darren Woodson. And that's a mismatch that they're looking out for, to get their wide receiver on the strong safety. Now, Woodson can cover a wide receiver, but Payton just gets a step on him on that one. In fact, he had 2 or 3 steps on him, and Peyton Manning threw the perfect pass.
First down at the Dallas 30. James is the deep back, and he gets to carry. Looking for some place to go and finding nothing. Ebenezer Ekuban made the stop.
They have to get some running going. I know what Tom Moore is thinking, the offensive coordinator, is their best passing is the play pass, where they fake the run and then throw a pass, either coming straight back or with a bootleg. But you have to be running successfully in order to get them to really bite on that fake of the run.
2nd and 10, 2nd and 11 make it. Harrison, here comes the Cowboys blitz, and they had the right play call. James to the 10. James out of bounds inside the 5. Kenny Wheaton finally knocked him out of bounds.
And this is the thing that Peyton Manning can do. I mean, he's only a second-year guy, and sometimes he looks like a second-year guy, and sometimes he looks like a 10-year guy. Here he feels that thing coming. He waits and waits and invites him to come, and then just boom, he just dumps it off to Edgerrin James. And James makes a pretty good move in Deion Sanders, but he got a block right there. And again, it's the blitz.
Yep.
I mean, you think you can blitz a young guy, but this young guy can get rid of the ball before your blitz gets there.
This young guy is mature beyond his years. Manning with James behind him. James gets the carry and the call, and he's still fighting. Ball came loose, and a touchdown is signaled for Edgerrin James.
One thing about Edgerrin James, he keeps his feet moving. Sometimes it's going to hurt him because he does fumble.
I think maybe Wilkins recovered for the touchdown.
Yeah, but James was in there. Yep. He just kept going and going, and then I think the ball did pop out there at the end. Watch him here. You see, he's driving now. He's trying to get that ball across the plane of the end zone. And in doing so, he throws it out there, and you're right, Wilkins does end up with it.
Now they're going for 2. Manning. Interference, a flag in the end zone. Harrison made the reception for the 2 points, but there's a penalty marker down. It appeared to be against Dallas.
So then this penalty will go on the kick, and this whole thing, the touchdown, the 2 points, the penalty.
Number 26 defense, the penalty is declined as though the play is a touchdown.
That's exactly right.
Nature gave you a backbone to help absorb everyday shocks. That's the reason we gave Jimmy backbone. Like any truck worth its weight, it's built on a full-length steel frame. So Jimmy can handle almost anything, yet the ride is surprisingly smooth.
Right now, get $1,500 cash back on a 2000 Jimmy.
Jimmy by GMC, backbone standard.
I like to think of myself as an innovator who started a company, Dell Computer, around an idea that everybody should be doing business directly with one another, one-to-one, with no barriers. To me, that's the power of the internet. We'd like to show you how to empower your business in ways you'd never imagined. I'm Michael Dell, and it's our reason for being.
Be direct. Dell. Dell servers use Intel Pentium 3 processors.
Hey, pal, when did you see the light?
I was working away from home. On my own dime, it's crazy to stay anywhere but Motel 6. I can take the extra money and invest it in something.
Yeah, like pizza.
Call us and see the light for yourself.
Buy 4 Michelin tires now and get a free emergency roadside kit. Play the Michelin Buy 4 and Score game and maybe win a Dodge Viper, plus other great prizes. See your participating Michelin dealer by October 31st.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Watch Edgerrin James here. He's going to reach out to try and break the plane with the ball. And as he does, he's going to reach right there, and it's going to hit Darren Woodson's knee. You see, so it never crosses the plane. So now it's knocked out. Now it's a fumble. Now Terrence Wilkins is going to come in right there from the side, number 80, and recover it. So the touchdown goes to the Colts, but it goes to Terrence Wilkins.
It goes to Wilkins, then they get the 2 points, and it's 17-14. Danny Kite to kick it off. Kite's kick goes deep to Jason Tucker, who brings it out of the end zone. He almost broke the last one, but this one he doesn't.
The momentum is changing.
Marcus Pollard was down to make the hit. Dallas 17, the Indianapolis Colts 14.
Do you think you're making a difference? We do. Since you started talking to your children about drinking, teenage drinking is down 45%. To all parents who are making a difference, thank you.
It's a better place to live. It's a better place to live. Thanks to you.
That was interesting.
The Volkswagen Jetta. Sometimes everything just comes together. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
Are you ready for the surprise of the new fall season?
Sometimes I fantasize about
an all-new Ally McBeal tomorrow on Fox.
Cowboys have the ball. They lead by 3, 8:26 left in the third quarter. But the momentum has gone to the Colts.
Well, the Cowboys offense really hasn't been effective. We talked about that earlier. I mean, they haven't been aggressive. Troy Aikman's longest completion so far is 9 yards.
Here he is back to throw. And he lost the ball. The ball's back in the end zone, close to it. Eric Williams knocked it back. The Colts, Chad Bratsky picks it up in the air. And it's the Colt ball at the Cowboy 1.
I don't know what the heck Eric Williams was thinking. If Eric Williams falls on it, the worst it can be is 2 points.
I don't know.
The worst it can be is a safety, but he knocks the ball out, and now the Colts get it. We talked about how the momentum is changing. Watch Bratsky here. They try and cut him. He's the first guy. He gets Troy Aikman's left arm. Then he gets his right arm as he's starting to throw the ball. Now, Troy Aikman was trying to get his right arm going forward. If his right arm were going forward, then that would have been an incomplete pass. Now, Eric Williams could have just fallen on the ball in the end zone. It would have been 2 points. He knocks the ball out. Now the Colts get it back, and it's their ball, first down.
At the 1. They would have had a free kick if he had just fallen on the ball and taken the safety. James. No signal yet.
No signal by an official.
Touchdown. The Colts have the lead.
That was the type of thing, you let them sit in there and you let them sit in there, and then they come back. Remember, the Eagles did it to them, the Giants did it to them, and now the Colts are in the process. Cedric James is a tough guy. I mean, I'll tell you, he's a rookie, and he has some problems. He's fumbled, he's done some things, but he's done some very, very good things too.
Vanderjagt for the extra point, which is good.
They got 2 touchdowns 11 seconds apart.
21-17, the Colts lead the Cowboys. 8 minutes left, third quarter.
Scientists announced today the discovery of a new element. They're calling it turbonium. El turbonio es único. The addition of turbonium to the periodic table of elements with elements. Its electrons traveling at a rate of speed. En la física cuántica. But practical applications are still turbonium. Back to you, John.
Thank you. 42 Pleasant Street really knows how to rock.
Woo! Yeah, all right, you rock! Rock on! Woo! Yeah, all right, you rock!
Come on, guys, it's late. Your friends have to go home now, okay?
You don't need to go to extremes to get home entertainment. Just go to hi-fi.com for the best in home theater, audio, and video equipment.
Your mom's pretty hot.
Thanks. Are you crazy? No, Johnny, don't!
I got saved!
No, Johnny! Johnny, I'm telling your mother! This isn't funny! Hey, sweetie, is that you? Oh! Johnny!
I got him.
Oh, thank goodness! Johnny? Can I have yours?
Next week on Fox NFL Sunday, Kurt Warner and the NFC West leading Rams battle a surprising Lions. Plus other regional action. Coverage begins an hour before kickoff of the pregame show at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Right here on Fox.
2 touchdowns in 11 seconds by the Colts.
Lots of things.
Big play by Chad Bratsky. You know, I don't know that you can be too tough on Eric Williams on that play, because if he jumps on it, it's just 2 points instead of 7. But he could be thinking if he knocks it out, maybe one of his guys will get it. Yeah.
Jason Tucker gets out to about the 24 this time, where the Cowboys will take over. And they got to regroup.
Well, the thing is, they have to get aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that, and I said that earlier, when they were having so much success so easy, I said they can't let this lull them to sleep. And I think their run success did lull them to sleep.
21-17, the Colts lead it.
No, it's too red. Too dark. This is gonna be perfect.
Catch the stinking ball!
You can get enough orange and blue to last a season at Lucas Paints in Denver, but bring your Visa card, because they don't take American Express. Visa is everywhere NFL fans want to be.
You know, Patty, I'm convinced men prefer blondes. And what type of men would this be, Daisy? The same type that prefer Miller Lite because it's so smooth. Oh, those? Well, the ones with great taste love Miller Lite because it tastes great. And by the way, prefer brunettes. Oh, if they prefer brunettes, why do they drink a beer that's smooth and blonde? Because it's a natural blonde.
Miller Lite. Taste the true Pilsner.
Yeah, like men care.
People, you can come out now. Look, I've got the wireless internet right here in my hand. No wires, no tricks. There's news, sports, even Yahoo, and crystal clear calls, all right here on Sprint PCS. That's right. Come on out. Welcome back to the world.
Introducing the Sprint PCS wireless web.
8 questions, 1 night, over $2 million. The biggest game show in television history. Greed, a 2-hour event, Thursday at 8 on Fox.
Next Sunday, the wait is over. The fall's biggest event is coming. Don't miss the most anticipated premiere of the new season, The X-Files, next Sunday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, here on Fox. Colts 21, Cowboys 17.
And from this point on, the crowd is going to be a factor.
Yes, sir.
Rocket Ismail has only caught 1 pass for 7 yards.
Here's Emmitt Smith. Outside the 30, about the 31.
Yeah, we're talking about, I was just saying we're talking about the Cowboys having to be aggressive, and I mean aggressive in the passing game. Look at this. Troy Aikman has completed 6 for 8, all under 15 yards, for only 31 yards. He hasn't completed a ball over 15 yards, just thrown a ball over 15 yards, and Rocket Ismail has only caught 1 pass for 7 yards.
Colts showing blitz. Aikman, LaFleur, up the middle, cross midfield. Chad Cota.
And that's the type of thing they have to do. I mean, they have Chris Warren in there that you can do it with. Rocket Ismail. Here it happens to be LaFleur. You just see the tight end there. He's running that seam pass. Once he gets by the linebacker, Cornelius Bennett, he knows he has a hole until he gets to the safety, who is Chad Cota. Troy Aikman sees it, and he hits him right in that hole between the linebacker and the safety.
1st and 10, Dallas at the Colt 46. Aikman drops. Caught, and a heck of a catch by Ernie Mills. Another Dallas first down.
And that's that timing pass. You know, the Cowboys haven't thrown that a lot in the last couple of years, that skinny post. And watch it here. You just come up and right in here. See, the thing is, you come in and now come right in here just a little. And as Ernie Mills takes that step to the inside, Troy Aikman lets the ball go. Remember, for years under North Turner and Ernie Zampese, that was a big play for Michael Irvin, the skinny post.
Heck of a catch by Ernie Mills. First down, Dallas. And they give to Emmitt Smith. And Emmitt is cut down after he picks up a couple.
And that's the type of thing that they have to do, is that throwing game. And you watch that they play Larry Allen here. You see, they know that he's coming, and they're used to taking him on. He just knocks him out of there, and he knocks him right into the tackle. That was Chad Cota, who's the strong safety. That block on him played pretty well. There's Michael Irvin. This week he has that brace off his neck, which is good to see.
2nd and 8. He was out running and exercising before the game. Here's Aikman. A lot of time. Across the middle to LaFleur. They're saying incomplete. He's saying complete. And I think the officials say complete as well.
I was just saying, Troy Aikman was trying to throw that ball to Rocket Ismail on the left, and he waited and he waited and he waited, and Rocket didn't get open. There was good coverage, so he had to come back and throw it to LaFleur.
First down, Dallas. And now they're at the 17. Aikman 3 out of 3 on this drive. Back again, make it 4 out of 4 to Robert Thomas. And Thomas, the new fullback, is knocked out of bounds inside the 10 by Mike Peterson.
See, this is what they had to do. You know, as I said earlier, they got enamored with that running game and they stayed with it too long, and now they got the passing game going, and now they can mix things pretty good.
Chris Warren checks in. Emmitt Smith gets the rest. Emmitt Smith's one of those guys. You were talking about Walter Payton a minute ago. But he's one of the best pass blockers, one of the best blocking backs that we've ever seen, I know.
Yeah, and I remember when I first saw Emmitt Smith, I said somewhere he had to have a good coach who taught him how to block. I mean, that's something he didn't learn when he came to the Dallas Cowboys. Even when we went to college, he learned that in high school.
There's a lot of want to that goes along with that. Warren's the deep back. Chris Warren to the 5. Who was that? Eric Williams came in and added his bulk to the pile.
He just moved the whole pile. I think he was thinking about, he's fired up because he was thinking about that 5 that he gave away at the other end. But like I said, when you're out there playing football, you don't have time. You know, you're a big old tackle. You're just blocking. You don't have time to think about the difference between 2 and 5. Watch him come in here at the end. That's like a belly flop. That's where you practice that. You practice that in the summer in a swimming pool to see how much water you can displace.
A lot. Smith is back, and Emmitt scores. Emmitt Smith puts the Cowboys back ahead.
Well, they went back to the offensive aggression and the passing game, and they started doing that. And then once you get that going, you get the big plays with passing, and then you get these types of plays with running. They just run right in there again like they've been doing all day in there behind Larry Allen, but they can't make a living at that. They just can't do that all the time.
That's a heck of a block by Stepnoski.